Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Scar Navarro. I am the Drama King, where life is drama, drama is life. And I'm going to talk about something that I've been following up for a few years already, and even recently with what is going on. And it's going to be about this organization or sect or whatever you call it, called La Luz del Mundo. The full name is La Iglesia de los Vivos, Columna y Apoyo de la Verdad, and it started and situated in Guadalajara, with having churches here in the U.S., Mexico, Canada, even Central America, and even South America, and even churches in Europe as well. As it started in 1926 by its founder Eusebio Joaquin Flores, and he would become the leader, or the apostle as they say, until his death in 1964. And then after his death in 1964, his son Samuel Joaquin would take over until his passing in 2014. And currently, in December 2014, his leader Nason Joaquin Garcia took over, in which one currently he is in jail, and for a year, ever since his arrest of June of last year. And just about an hour ago, I found out that his bail went from 50 million to 90 million, which is quite interesting. And when I found out about this news, I was finishing up a shift from a job that I was doing in West Hollywood, as I used to be a sign spinner. And when I found out about it, I was just like, I never thought it was going to happen, because since they had a lot of influence and a lot of power, though, I thought that they were going to go, like he was going to go away with everything. But I have never thought that this thing would ever happen. And not only was he arrested, but along with three other accomplices he joined, which is Alondra Campo, Susana Oaxaca, and Azalea Rangel, who's currently running from the law at this moment. And hearing this, and even the investigation from Javier Becerra, it definitely opened up a lot of can of worms, and realizing that this has been going on for a long time. And not just here in Mexico, but even here in the US as well. And not only that, but even from 2015, 2018, there has been cases of abuse, fraud, and just human trafficking, and just so many things that even was shocking. And originally it was going to be 26 counts, and then they pushed it to 18 or 19, I believe, and now it expanded to 36, which is quite interesting, as there's more and more going on. And even many people whose identities are being withheld at the moment, even spoken out. And one of the Jane Does, her name is Sochil Martin, also is suing the church from the damages they did to her as well, and just all the things she was forced to do under this organization. And even though with that though, even one of its spokesperson, his name is Silem Garcia, I think. Silem Garcia. He also has been on the attack against those who have spoken out against this organization, and even defending the apostle by their standards. When he also has properties here, Joaquin Garcia also has properties in Los Angeles, and even a ranch in Texas, which is owned by his father, Samuel Joaquin, in which one his brother Benjamin is also in charge of it. And it's quite interesting because one, there's a La Luz del Mundo in where I work, because I currently work in HP, but I'm currently I currently work remotely from home at the moment because of the current situation we're facing. But it's quite interesting though, hearing this and just watching a lot of videos and just realizing what a shock. And realizing their devotion over a man who has no shame in taking advantage of these people, even giving their own money even away for their leader, which may require people to end up in poverty or even losing everything they worked for. And not only that, but even in Mexico and in the U.S. as well, there has been instances where parents would even give their children away to Garcia, and which would result in a very traumatic experience where there was abuse and just a lot of horrific things that I'm not gonna go into. Just a lot of horrific things that just are just beyond deplorable. But also, these are not the first time these accusations have happened, because one, in 1997, 3 people have came forward and spoke out against this organization and the leader at the time, Samuel Joaquin, and how they were being taken advantage by them sexually. One of them, one of the most known is Moises Padilla, in which one he talked about the experience, the traumatic experience he had, and out of revenge though, people from the church kidnapped him and attacked him, leaving him wounded, and he was stabbed around 50 times, which is insane. Even there's a video though that I'm gonna put in the description, which it's viewer discretion though, but it definitely just says a lot how these people are capable of doing anything for their leader, even taking someone's own life, and just a lot of crazy things that just a lot of things though. But it's not just happening in La Luz del Mundo, but many of these sects like Scientology and just MLMs and so many more over this unhealthy, toxic fanaticism of their leader as well. And not only that, but even in the churches though, they would separate the men and the women have to wear a veil, long skirt, and even have long hair, while the men have to dress polished up, wearing a suit and having nice hair and a clean shave, which is different from the Bible, because at the time the people would wear beards and nobody said anything, which is quite contradicting. But everyone has a right to dress or do whatever makes anyone feel alright. And not only that, but even their choir though is all a cappella, in which one they sing all a cappella. There's no music in these services. And not only that though, but even there's people who end up crying for their leader, and even giving their own money, and just a lot of things though that once I send all these sources around in the description box though, you'll definitely want to check them out themselves, which is just quite interesting. And even here though, they even have locations here in Southern California as well, especially in Pasadena, San Diego, Escondido, Huntington Park, like I said earlier, Pasadena, and many more. And I was even surprised they even have one in Miami, but that's another story. But overall though, they claim to have more than 5 million though, which one that I question that, because it seems more like in thousands range, but I don't know what to say about that. But anyway though, what really surprises me though is just how people are still able to defend their leader in spite of what is going on, and even trying to get funds to bail him out, even though now it's 90 million, which is even at this point impossible. But but even though they do have properties and even a ranch which has a zoo in it, though they could sell that too. But also, not only that, but even there has been there's even people who have even talked about their experiences, such as Calderon, Brenda Tolentino, and many more who have spoken out about their experiences and their reason for leaving, which one my support to them, and they're definitely one of the reasons why I'm making this video as well. And even vocal critics such as Carlos Reyes, who has been researching and even being an opponent of La Luz del Mundo and their practices, in which one I will give the description in the, which definitely if you want to check him out, I'll definitely put in the description box as well, in which one he has a channel called Mopar 440 HP though. Definitely recommend it. And even people like Pastor Gamaliel Calderon, who is a pastor though, and he also talks about the things that are going on in LLDM. Vic Vic also is also a vocal critic, and there's also a podcast though, which one I'll definitely give the description down below by Brenda Tolentino, and many women who have left this organization talk about their experiences as well. And it will also provide some resources so you guys can learn about this church and this organization in general though. But also, what's also quite interesting though, they also use the name of apostle, which is also quite questionable, because when Jesus had 12 apostles, and then in La Luz del Mundo, they would have their apostles, which started from Aaron, Joaquin, Samuel, Joaquin, Nason, Joaquin. And it's also even used as a form of fanaticism as well. And then in August, they also have this event called La Santa Cena, which when many of the followers from many of the devotees from around the world, especially here in the U.S., would come in and celebrate this event, which also has been sparked with much criticism as well. And there has been attacks as well from members of LLDM against those who have spoken out. There's also a YouTube channel that also has made a lot of defamatory statements. He's called El Batallón Cibernético, Gerardo Tisto, and I definitely I also have my own opinions about him. And even many people who have spoken out are also been intimidated and even been threatened by current members, which also many of those who also left have been excommunicated from their families, even cutting ties with those who have left as well. And there's also a forum though called on Reddit called LLDM, which also provides resources. It also provides those who have left a voice for them to also speak about their experiences and trying to bring in support as much as possible. And also, what's also interesting though, they also have these rites of initiation, which is called their and they also have the baptism, and they also have the 14-year-old. They have the 14-year-old presentation, which is pretty similar to quinceañera, in which many of those who turn 14 also have to make this decision. Majority of the forced to stay in the church or not. And there's even been instances of arranged marriages as well. And there's even been cases of those who have survived domestic violence as well under this organization as well. And even just so much though that just makes me realize, like, there's organizations like Scientology, La Luz del Mundo, and everywhere that are willing to take advantage of those who are vulnerable, those who are in desperate need, or those who have family members out there, and just do what they want about them. And for those who have left, my respects to you, and I definitely, and you guys all definitely have my support, but support. And at the end of the day, though, there's always going to be a light at every tunnel. And definitely, though, I will definitely give a lot of videos, articles, in the description box, which one I've already repeated this again, but this is very important, though, in which one there's many things you can learn about the church itself, from the organization itself, all the way to even trying to put your voice out there, and just many sources for you, many sources for those who are no longer in this church, and just those who want to leave. And at the end of the day, though, you have the right to leave and not be afraid, and definitely look at the channels, look at all the sources, though, and I really hope there's justice for those who. I really pray that there's justice for those who have left. And I know I'll probably be attacked by some of these members, but at the end of the day, hey, this is just my thoughts and my views about it, and definitely, I'm definitely in support with the victims of this organization, and definitely at the end of the day, though, there's always going to be a new horizon. But also definitely my shout outs to Carlos Reyes, Pastor Gamaliel, Vic Vic, Brenda Tolentino, Hector Vera, many of those who are also critics, and many of those who also have left the church as well. I just want to say you all have my support no matter what. And I know that Batallon is going to do something as well, which one, I could care less, but in case if you see anything that is problematical, please report it, which I recommend to report it. Anyway, let me know what your thoughts are and what your experiences were, and in case if there's anything you want me to talk about in regards to what's going on, though, I definitely want you to check all these sources that I have, which is a lot, because I wanted to make sure I do this maybe in a careful way. And definitely at the end of the day, though, there's always going to be a light at the end of the tunnel, and always follow what your heart, what you truly desire, and what you truly hope for, and not let anyone take you down. Anyway, I really pray for justice. I really pray that I really hope people do leave and realize that they're putting their families and their own well-being in danger. And I really hope for those who do leave have the strength and not be afraid to take any challenges. And I hope for those who are still staying to also realize that they're making a huge mistake, and also hope for those who are fighting to never give up, and also for the people who are speaking out to never give up, and don't let anyone take away your voice. I also hope for those who are also been opponents to bring to please speak out more. And I also hope for those who are free to live your best life as possible, and always spend the time with the people you really care about. Alright, guys, please take good care of yourselves, and remember, though, there's sources out here, and there's always help for those who are leaving, and for those who want to know what this organization is about, though. At the end of the day, even though I'm no expert or anything like that, though, but I'm just giving out my thoughts and my opinions about this. And I know that I'll probably be mauled by some of the members, but at the end of the day, though, these are just my thoughts and my views, and I've already even replied back to those who have attacked me in the past. It's all good, but definitely, though, keep your head up, and And there's always, and you definitely all have my support though. And I dedicate this video for those people who are speaking out, who are fighting to make sure that everyone's voices get heard. And also my support for those who identities are not being revealed at the moment though. To that I'm thankful that they're speaking out, and they're definitely putting their voices out there. Never give up. We all gotta keep fighting in any ways, any means as well. And I really pray that there's justice for the victims and for the survivors who have lived what they should not have been living. And I really hope that they get the help and the support they need. Alright everyone, if you have any thoughts, comments, or concerns, or questions, please put your comments down below. Let me know what your thoughts are in regards to this organization called Luz del Mundo. And if you guys want me to do videos based on not just LLDM but Scientology or anything like that though, please let me know though. It's gonna take a while though, and I can't promise it, but I definitely do recommend any suggestions, any thoughts or any concerns, please let me know. Please take good care of yourselves. Make sure to wash your hands, wear a mask if you're going out, and just make sure to stay safe in any means possible. And anyway though, have a wonderful day. Take good care of yourselves, and remember, keep your head up, like Tupac's. Alright, stay safe. I love you all, and until the next one.